Floyd Mayweather will be facing Manny Pacquiao in the rematch fans have been waiting for, and Floyd has confronted Manny live after the rematch was announced. Bob Arum thinks that Manny would be able to pull away with the win this time, and he thinks that Floyd should step away while he's on a high note. Bob stated, "If that fight happens, then it's probably worth it to do, because that would be a big fight. Manny Pacquiao would win now. He got the win against Keith Thurman. He went out on a big note. I would recommend that this is the time for him to hang it up. But listen, he makes his own choices." After his first loss to Floyd, Manny was very open to the idea of a real fight instead of an exhibition, and Manny stated, "I'm willing to have a real fight with him, not an exhibition. We need to answer those questions in the minds of the fans. I was affected the first year because people were asking me, when is the rematch? Up until now, they're asking when the rematch with Mayweather will be. I told them I don't think he'll fight again. He's scared to death to have a rematch with me. That's my analysis. He doesn't want to fight me again." Even though Manny had been retired for a while, he still believed that he could fight the best young fighters out there. Manny stated, "Of course I can fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. Yes, I'm eager to fight them to test them if they're really champions. I've been fighting with the greatest boxers in the world, so I want to test them. I'm still here. Even though I've been retired for more than a year, I keep on working. I work out almost every day." Even Freddie Roach could tell that Manny wanted another big fight.
Pacquiao in the winner.
Well, look, Freddie, I appreciate your time.
Me and his wife will get mad at me for saying that.
You're trying to drag him back out.
Because I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time.
He does.
Against not an exhibition, a professional fight.
He wants a real fight.
Who right now, though, could he fight?
We have. I haven't let him choose anyone yet. But the thing is, it's just his heart has. He said he wants one more fight, and then his wife calls me up and says, "Don't let him fight, don't let him fight." And I try to be on her side and so forth. But like when a man in the sport wants to fight, you know, sometimes he's gonna fight. Yeah, I agree with you. He's gonna fight, and you know who? It doesn't matter.
Floyd still thinks that he's the greatest of all time, though.
Right here. You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're gonna know in the least amount of fights. You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right. No disrespect, champ. No disrespect.
Floyd actually seemed to be against the rematch at one point, and he stated, "We had a chance to do it when it really counted for all the marbles. I was able to go out there and generate crazy numbers. We had a chance to do it, and you know what the result was. I'll tell Manny Pacquiao to be the best you can be at whatever you're doing. These exhibitions keep me motivated to stay in shape. I go to the boxing gym regularly and help young fighters, give them pointers. I help put them in the position to be the next Floyd Mayweather, the next Manny Pacquiao. I'm looking for up-and-coming talent and pushing them to be great. If I was taking brutal punishment, I couldn't do it anymore. My career was great because of my defense. My faculties were important to me. I retired from the sport, and I didn't let the sport retire me." While Floyd is known for putting on a good show for fans, Mike Tyson actually prefers to watch Manny fight.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. Oh, sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Floyd Mayweather has come out to say that Manny was definitely the toughest fighter he's faced so far.
The best fighter I fought probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain moves that he made.
At one point, Floyd and Manny were even considering fighting Conor McGregor, and Conor stated, "Boxing, boxing, boxing. I've been thinking about it. Boxing right now. One of us in the mixed martial arts sphere is going to have to put a dent in this boxing run. We're gonna have to get in, switch the roles, and then it's MMA time. So I feel like I'm the person that can do that." Manny Pacquiao, Turki al-Sheikh, His Excellency, sat Manny and myself together. We were having a bit of playful banter. There was some discussion. It was close for myself and Manny to box in Saudi Arabia about 2 or 3 years ago, that was. And it was real, ongoing negotiations. I'm sure we could pick back up from where we left off. Floyd was never a big fan of Conor McGregor though, and he preferred Manny.
Do you genuinely dislike Conor McGregor?
Yes. I don't like him at all.
Does it help you when you don't like the guy you're fighting to train and to be motivated?
It really doesn't matter. You know, if the payday there and the fans want to see it, then we're going to make it happen.
Do you dislike Manny Pacquiao?
No, I don't dislike Manny.
You don't. Did you dislike him before the fight?
No.
No. Is there a thing that happens after the fight where you actually start to have an affection for the other guy, where you feel like, okay, now, no, I'm not, I don't mean it in a weird way. I mean, like, where you're like, you know, like I remember being on the playground. Will you make love to Conor McGregor?
And other fighters such as Sergio Martinez tried to put their names out there too, and Sergio stated there was a difference in class, welterweight, the two of them. The closest we got was them two welterweight, 66 kilos and 700 grams, and I was a middleweight. If we had wanted to, if they had wanted to, we would have been able to, because I went down to super welter, they went up to super welter. I went down a category, I got weaker. They could have gone up a few kilos, but I was very good at that time. I was doing well. I also understand that it was the time of my prime and it could hurt them. It didn't suit them. It's logical. As well as sport, there's the business, and everyone wants to look after their own little pocket. As I had much less to lose than them, I challenged everyone. But, well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. As excited as Manny is for this rematch with Floyd, Manny has admitted that he wished he would have postponed the first fight years ago, and Manny stated, "If I could change one thing in my career, I'd have asked to postpone my 2015 fight against Floyd Mayweather after hurting my shoulder in training. I thought it was going to be okay and that I'd be feeling better without an operation after suffering that injury 2 weeks before the fight. But my injury worsened after the third round. Pushing for that important fight to happen as scheduled is my biggest regret." Floyd doesn't think that a rematch will change anything though, as he believes that he'll win no matter what. Floyd stated, "I won. I knew I won. I knew I was the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm going to win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm going to win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm going to win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao just is not a better fighter than me nowhere around the board. He was a beat fighter from round 1. He knew it. He knew he couldn't beat Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. You will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay." At a press conference, Manny believes that he's done more for the sport of boxing than Floyd has, but Floyd confronted Manny in person about his contributions.
And when we talk about TBE, it's for a reason. Now, one thing about him, he's a hell of a fighter. You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them trick you into getting whooped again.
マニーの言葉を信じてボコボコにされるように騙されてはいけません。
で、パキオさん。
Well, he's older than me. I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a 8 different weight division is not that easy. So that's a prestigious accomplishment in boxing, and I'm not
trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter. That's what I can say a best fighter in the world.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.